Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Camera a little bit blurry. Sorry about that. See if I can try to fix that a little bit. But yeah, man. Good morning to everybody. Low boy, I see you in the building. I know my camera kind of blurry right now. I don't know why it's doing that. It's kind of off right now. I might be a little blurry. I'm gonna try to fix it though, guys. I'm gonna try to fix it best as I can. Try to get it right. Let's see. Hopefully I get it adjusted. Trying to get my camera right. If I can try to fix it. Anyway, I might be a little blurry, but I'm gonna try to get it fixed though, guys. But good morning to everybody, man. Hope everybody having a blessed morning. So yeah, I'm just trying to get this thing fixed, guys. Are we good? Boom, got it. But good morning, Low Boy. Good morning, Marty. Good morning, everybody, man. Thank y'all for joining J Trades TV, where we discuss all stock-related content and much more. We will be going over the, what we normally do it early in the morning. We go into the conference room and we go over the earnings and economic data, getting everything rocking and rolling. The only thing I can say that we will be anticipating today for sure, that everybody's anticipating today, is at 2 o'clock, which will be the FOMC meeting minutes, not the meeting, meeting minutes, which should cause some type of impact in the market today. So you may have some traders that may be waiting until 2 o'clock to actually trade. But we're going to take a quick dive into the conference room, go over the earnings, go over the economic calendars, and we're going to get ready to rock and roll, guys. So let me go ahead and get everything fired up, and let's go. Peace. All right, guys. We are in the building. So let's go ahead and go over the earnings first. We did have Target early in the morning, guys. We had Macy's, TJ Maxx, and so forth. Like I said, the main thing that everybody's going to be anticipating, which will be NVIDIA, and that should be next week. That'll be on the 28th. That should be a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. It should be Thursday, if I got it correctly. No, I'm sorry, Wednesday. But I will keep everybody updated on that as NVIDIA gets closer and closer for the earnings, guys. That'll be next Wednesday, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way as far as earnings and go right into the economic calendar. So as far as today, guys, 10:30, we do have crude oil inventories. That'll be at 10:30. And the main thing that everybody will be keeping on watch, guys, will be the FOMC meeting minutes. That'll be at 2 o'clock. So that a lot of people sitting in anticipation for some type of impact or something to take place as far as volatility into the market. So it's up to you guys whether you want to trade early in the morning, at the beginning of the bell, or do y'all want to just really sit on your hands and wait until the FOMC meeting minutes come out. So it's up to you guys and what you want to do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our charts and do what we normally do. Let me go ahead and get that set up so we get ready to rock and roll. And we are good to go, guys. So let's go. All right, guys, we're here. So again, it's up to you guys. I know a lot of people, even Deck including, said that he's going to be making a trade at 2 o'clock. We do have the FOMC meeting minutes that will be coming out at 2, which a lot of people will be sitting in anticipation to see where that volatility is going to take us at 2 o'clock. So, guys, it's up to you whether you want to take a trade at the beginning of the market, or do y'all want to wait until 2 o'clock to go from there? So it's up to you guys. You don't have to force a trade. You don't have to force anything that's not meant to be. Again, if you want to have patience, just wait till 2 o'clock to see what type of impact that we're going to have into the market, whether we get a strong movement on the upside or a strong movement on the downside. But just keep that in mind, because I don't want you getting caught in any kind of consolidation, any type of channel where you're not going to really making too much, it's starting at the beginning of the market, which we should start to see the volatility starts to kick in around 2 o'clock, because we do have the FOMC meeting minutes. So it's up to you guys on what you want to do. If you do want to trade at the beginning, do let me know what you want to go over. I'm here to help y'all with whatever you need. Throw any tickets at me. Right now, I'll be waiting at 2 o'clock too as well, not forcing anything if I don't see like big volatilities moving in where I can make big profits from. So I will just be sitting here kind of analyzing everything, seeing how we're going to be getting ready and prepared for 2 o'clock. So it's up to you guys. But yeah, right now, I'm going to just be patient to see if we'll have more of a money-making opportunity around 2 o'clock versus 9:30. The only thing that we do have before 2 o'clock, we do have the crude oil inventories that will be at 10:30, and then followed by the FOMC meeting minutes. That's going to be at 2 o'clock. So it's up to you guys on what you want to do. Sit on your hands and wait till 2. Just be patient. Or if you want to trade now, it's up to you, but have a game plan behind it. So it's clearly, the floor is clearly yours and what you guys want to do. Clearly up to you and what you want to do. TGT. TGT real quick. What time we got? All right, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. So that's targets right now. Yeah, that's off our earnings that we had this morning. That's off of target earnings we had this morning, boss. So that's here. So we did have targets come out this morning. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, along with Macy's, TJ Maxx, and so forth. So we have made a positive move off of that target's earnings. Let's take a deep dive into it to see where we are right now. Let me go back a little bit where we at right now. So 170, we went as high as 170, I'm sorry, 167.20. So that should put us close to almost this 170 mark. And you do have room to run up to 180 because you can see what most of the impact is around this 180. You get a strong pullback, 180, strong pullback, 180, strong pullback, 180, strong pullback. So we know for sure that 180 in general is a strong resistance itself, for sure. So right now we hit a high of 170, 167.20. For sure. So we're gonna definitely keep our eyes peeled on that. So we know for sure 180 is gonna be a strong resistance level. And guys, I might be leaving a little early today because we did get the car and everything situated. We got the car fixed. We do have to go to the shop and actually do our paperwork so they can release the car to us. So great news on that, guys. We got the car and everything situated. We got the car back. So we are good to go. We just got to go do the paperwork, get the keys, and have that baby right back home. So I might be leaving a little early today, so I'm just letting you guys know I might be leaving a little early today, but I will be staying here as long as I can and ride it out with you guys until then. So right now I'm gonna do the very best I can to help you guys with whatever you need help with. So right here, not going anywhere at this moment. So let me just keep this on watch. Duplicate copy. Let's take a little quick dive into this. Almost like more around this little area. But it look like it kind of make a little bit more sense. So it's look like we're still on this, well, I mean, it seems like we broke out of that downtrend level, but you do got that 200-day on a 5-year. That's going to be around 176. I'm just trying to put the piece of the puzzle together at this moment. It's going to be a lot of choppiness, but that's all I see at this moment. It's kind of like this downtrend. Seems like they try to break out of it, which they have broken out of the downtrend, but you still got a strong resistance level at 180. And right now we're sitting at where right now? We're sitting where? So we're trying to push back up towards those highs again. So we're at what, 166.50? So do remember, guys, we do got 180 that's up here. We do have 180 sitting up here. Let me say this as well. Put that on the 5-year too. 5-year. We got about 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. So yeah. Right now on a 30-minute time frame, still got room, like I said, to run all the way up to this 180 mark, but you do got this 200 on the 5-year chart right around 176.63. So you gotta have like some resistance right around this 180 to 176-ish area, because you got the indicators and you got that 180 mark, but you can see the impact that is made every time it hits this 180. Bears come in, bears come in. Bears come in, bears come in. So we know how powerful that 180 level is. So you do have room to run up to the 180 level. So keep that in mind. I mean, you got room to run up towards this upside as long as the momentum keeps shifting and we keep going. On the upside, we could continuously keep moving on up to 170, 175 to possibly 180. Just depending on these buyers are still in play and continuously pushing us on up towards these the upside. So definitely, we got room to run up to 170. We got room to run up to 175 and possibly 180. So as long as the bulls can stay above 165, get that push to 170, and we can therefore see some more movement towards the upside. But if we lose 165, that'll put us right back down closer to that 160. Because you got to remember, half dollar mark. You got to think about the half dollar mark, 165. Anything above 165, you got to think about the higher price points. Oh, good morning, Thunder. You got to think about the higher price points. You got to think about 166, 167, 168, all the way up to 170. Underneath 165, then you got to think about the lower prices. 164, 163, 162, 161, back down to 160. So as long as we can stay like around that 175, 165 range, then I mean I can definitely see that. So right now we're like 166, yeah, about 166.26. So yeah, as long as we stay above that 165 level, stay above that half dollar mark, we can focus on the higher price points on target. All right, let me go back to, let's see what this bad boy is still doing. All right, nothing yet, still too much, still underneath this 560.11-ish mark. Still got room from 560 up to 560.11 to 560.75-ish level. Right here, we got stuffed at here, and you got this old past chart history here. So keep your eyes peeled on that, guys. We got about 3 minutes until the bell rings. Look like Nvidia has recovered once again on that 126.88. As far as IWM, we just got to get back above 214.50 to 215. So definitely keep our eyes peeled on that. So like I said, if y'all need help with anything, definitely let me know. Low bar. So what you thought on that the target idea? What you thought, boss? Like I said, you got a strong resistance at 180 for sure. You got a strong resistance at 180 off of that 5-year chart. That's where it looked like a lot of those bears came in at 180, 180, 180. So that looked like that's going to be the main area. So right now, it seemed like what we would have to do as far as target is stay above 165. Keep us in that $0.50 range, because again, if we stay above 165, we can focus on, and we look at it by fives. We can look at it from 165 to 170. That'll put us in that $5 channel, right? Once we cross over 170, then we can focus on 175. But at the moment, we are sitting above 165. So let's just focus on that price range in between 165 and 170, as long as we can hold in that area. So you got to move to bounce off that 165 on up to 170. And we'll just see where we go from here, from that point. So we'll do that. We got about 1 minute left. So this is what I'm gonna hurry and do before the bell rings. Let me go back to target real quick. We're gonna see if we're gonna get that 170 break. So I'm gonna definitely see if these buys can get that push to 170 and up. So let me go ahead and get my alert set for that, just in case we do get that movement on up. And what time we got left? 40 seconds. And I'm gonna also put one at back down to 170. That'll be on the low side. So let's go ahead and make an alert at 165. So that let us know that we're cracking instead of going back up. So we'll do below instead of above. So we'll do that. Boom. So we got 2 targets set. So we'll get an alert if we crack 165, and we'll get an alert if we break above 170. So we'll just keep it somewhat in this little channel, low bar. So we'll keep that, boss. So let's go ahead and go back for SPY for the bell rings. Let's go back. All right, guys, we got about 5 seconds and about 4, 3, 2, 1. Game time. Have your game plans ready to rock and roll. And if you don't have to force a trade, guys, all you got to do is just hold on to wait until 2 o'clock to see after the FOMC meeting minutes come out. So right now, we are getting a slight little pullback. We are getting buys to try to push back in. So right now, it's kind of a little battle back and forth right now, guys. So it's a little battle back and forth. Keeping us on watch. Look like we somewhat in this little uptrend going up. Trying to hold this point. So let's see, can we get back above that 560.11, back up to that 560.75. Basically trying to get back up to back into the 560 range, 560 price bracket. That's the whole objective, to see if we get back in the 560 price bracket. So we're gonna definitely keep our eyes peeled on that. For as far as Nvidia, you just gotta hold above that 126.88 if we want to go back up towards the upside. I do see that we do have that 50 above our heads that holds a big ceiling, which could cause another pullback on down, where you will crack that 126.88 and come back down to possibly 126. So keep your eyes peeled on that as well. So we have a little bit of support around this Nvidia on 126.88, but we need to hold that. If we do crack that level, we will pull back down to possibly 126.50, back down to 126 itself. So keep your eyes peeled on that. IWM, we are starting to curl back on up. We are trying to get back above 515 to 515.50. Try to get back up to those old pre-market highs from yesterday, which that is around 516ish. So we're gonna definitely not 5. God, I keep thinking the SPY. 216ish back up to the highs. So right now it does look like SPY is still kind of on this uptrend setup. So let's just see, can we get this ascending squeeze, or will we get rejected still underneath this 560.11 mark and pull back down? So let's just keep our eyes peeled on that. Can we get that push, or will we crack and come right back down to where we'll start to fall instead of actually go up? Which thus will somewhat create a downtrend setup. So therefore, if we do crack and pull back, this would be another possibility that could possibly happen before the FOMC meeting minutes come out, where you'll get somewhat of a downtrend setup going this way instead of up that way. So it's let's just keep our eyes peeled on that. But if we do crack this uptrend, then we got to focus on a possible downtrend setup instead of an uptrend setup. So let's just see. Right now, the uptrend is still holding. We're going to focus on the uptrend channel going up. So the goal is to get back into that 560 range to see if we can hold those price brackets. But if we start to lose 559.50, back down to 550, back down to even 558.50, we'll have to start looking at it almost like in a downtrendish like standpoint. Generous Greg, man, let me give you another shout out, man. Man, you've been having me excited all day, man. Man, you've been. Oh, what went off? Up. Target. We cracked. Target. We cracked. Low bar. We cracked. We pulled back on the 165 level. So we pulled back on the 165 level because the other target just went off. But Generous Greg, shout out to you, boss. I got to give you some love today early in the morning, man. I was talking about you all day, man. You made my day yesterday. So shout out to Generous Greg again, man. Blessings, man. Blessing the community, man. Thank you so much, boss. You are freaking amazing. Thank you. So yeah, low bar, we are starting to get that pullback. We did crack that 165.
Greg says, dude, you made my month.
Man, no problem, boss. Man, I'm here to help anything. Oh, as far as today, I was telling a lot of traders because
Greg says, at this point, I'm just on the bench.
Okay, boss. Because I was going to let you know that today, as I was telling everybody, we do have the FOMC meeting minutes today.
Especially
yeah, and that's going to be at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. So I was telling a lot of traders, they don't have to trade right now. They can just sit on their hands. They don't have to force anything. Wait on 2 o'clock to see which way the volatility is going to kick in. You know, whether it's going to be a bullish volatility or a bearish volatility.
ID short hard to spot.
Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, and that's what I was talking about just not too long ago. So, I was telling everybody, let me go back to it real quick. Let me go to it.
No ABT we cut.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So, right now, at the moment on SPY, right now we are going up in this upward channel movement. Like I said, the main focus is to see can we get back above the 560, basically in the 560 price point range. If we can't get back above it, instead of looking at it on an uptrend when you see the purple lines going up, then we'll have to somewhat focus on transitioning that channel on the downtrend channel where you start to see lower highs. So say for instance that we do crack. Let's say for instance we crack in general. We started crack 559.50. That means that we have to do away with this channel here. We have to do away with this channel here, for example. Take this off, and we have to focus on a downtrend setup instead of an uptrend where we have to start focusing on these price points on down. Somewhat to that nature. If we can't get it back if we can't get back above 560. So if we can't get it back above 560 and start to fade, then we have to transition the uptrend to now a downtrend channel. So right now you can see this is your highest point from yesterday, and then we created somewhat of a lower high. So if you notice today, it's not reaching all the way back up here. So that means that you're losing price value. So that means that you have this high here. This is the highs we went as far as yesterday. Today, we can't even get back up to these highs just yet. So that's creating a downtrend-like pattern because your prices are decreasing instead of increasing. So instead of looking at an uptrend standpoint, we have to look at it from a downtrend standpoint. So right now, it does look a little weak. It does look a little downtrendish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one for... This is what I'm going to do. So in case I need to use this later, I'm going to use this one here. I'm going to save it as, let me save another one as 12. And then I can use the same one for 11 that I just used. I got a gang of 30s. All right. So let me utilize one for a downtrend setup so I can use both. So let me take off this one just in case things don't work out. So I can see it from both standpoints. Oops. All right, so look like we're trying to get a push. We'll see. So I'm gonna set up one for a downtrend and an uptrend. So just in case, we can look at it from both sides of the fence. So let's just see. Let's see. So we're gonna set up one on a downtrend on one chart, and then we're gonna set up an uptrend on the other chart. So we can look at it from both angles. So we're gonna take this one from a downtrend standpoint and see how this is gonna play out. So we're gonna kind of create this little channel here. All right, from a downtrend channel standpoint. But if we break and push, then we have to flip back over to an uptrend. So I just want to see how well this downtrend is going to hold up. You know, as far as once we hit here, can we see another rejection back on down, which indicates weakness? Or will we get a push above this key level, which we have to go back now to an uptrend standpoint. So let's see what's about to happen right here as we do test this downtrend, trend-like pattern right here. Let's see what happens. Will we get a push or will we get rejected? One of the two is about to happen. We're going to find out. Just trying to look at it from this channel standpoint. Let's see. Because I see the full rotation for sure. So I see a possible. Let me take off this line here. Take off this line. See that we bounced all the way at this key level. still, so we know for sure what the top, overall top is around this 560.75 to 560.80 mark. We see right here we had a massive pullback, and then we can see right here where we held at, which is around 557.95. So we know where the top is, and we know, kind of have an idea right here where the bottoms are as well. All right, cool. So we see a nice little rotation from the tops down to the bottoms, for the bottoms back up to the tops. So we kind of got an idea of the rotation, kind of like the channel in general. So we're just trying to figure out the channel play on how everything's gonna set itself up on SPY before 2 o'clock. So I'm just trying to get a good idea on where this bad boy's trying to go. Because right now it seems like that downtrend is still kind of taking effect, because you're getting rejected once again, where it looks like you're about to pull back down underneath that 559.50. So right now, look like the downtrend is still in effect right now. Look like the downtrend is still in effect for right now. So just keeping this on watch to see what these bears, if these bears can come in aggressive and actually pull them underneath that 559.50. Because again, if we want to see more downside.
The true question is, what is holding SPY so high?
I mean, you gotta think about it. It's companies that make SPY go up anyway. You got Nvidia. Nvidia's still going up. You gotta think about all the companies. Yeah, and then you gotta think about it. It's certain companies like I said, look at what Nvidia's doing, for example. See, Nvidia is tied into SPY, right? So if Nvidia goes up, that's gonna give SPY a little boost. What other companies? We got Amazon, that's a part of SPY, that's going up. We got Microsoft, that's a part of SPY, that's going down. We got Tesla, that's a part of SPY. That's kind of holding. Not too much yet on that one. And we got, last but not least, we got Apple. And Apple. So what is Apple doing? Apple's dumping. So the only ones that's keeping it up right now that look like it's still trying to fight to stay up is Nvidia. We got one here because Nvidia's trying to hold up. And then, if I'm not mistaken, was it Microsoft? Oh, no, not Microsoft. Which one did I just went to that was doing well? Oh, was it Amazon? Yeah, Amazon. So Nvidia and Amazon is the main ones, but everything else looks like it's falling. Because you can see right here in this bracket, you got Microsoft in the red, you got Google in the red. Meta, I think was Meta was pulling back, right? If I'm not mistaken, Meta should have been pulling. Look what's pushing. See? Look. Amazon, look what's happening in the SPY. Generous, look. See? Amazon's pushing, it's helping SPY go up. Same thing as in, let's see what Nvidia. Is Nvidia pushing it too? Yep. See that? So your two main companies that's helping SPY do this is these two main ones here is Nvidia and Amazon. What about Meta? Does Meta do anything? Nah. I mean, a little bit, not too much. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah. So Amazon and Nvidia look like the main ones. Yep. See that? The more Amazon is going up, the more SPY is pushing. Notice that? Look, Nvidia's pushing, Amazon's pushing. That's making SPY push. So we do get that push. Can we get that break above 560.11? Hold that key level for that possible push back up towards these tops, which would be around at 560.75. So that's the $1 million question. As long as these two bad boys keep pushing, it's gonna help contribute to SPY pushing. So right now we're just trying to break out of that downtrend. So let's switch it over to now the uptrend channel. So let me switch it from that downtrend channel to possibly uptrend. Let me see. Let me see if we're gonna get that breakout right above that trend line, downtrend line. Let me make sure that it's still not in, if it's still in effect. I mean, if we break out, then I have to switch over to the uptrend channel instead of a downtrend channel. So right now we are still testing right here underneath that 560 mark. So you see some selling pressure right underneath 560. So that's putting you right back underneath that that downtrend. But you still got Amazon pushing. You still got Nvidia somewhat pushing. Low boy, how well did you do on target, boss? I forgot to ask you that, and I do apologize. Yeah, what was did you profit on it? Coldplay broke up trend. Yep, downtrend in 30 minutes. So yeah, right now still testing that downtrend right here. So I just want to see that downtrend is tied around that 560 level. So 560, we still haven't gotten above. We still getting rejected at 560. There you go. You still building lower highs, look like a downtrend setup. So I'm just keep my eyes peeled on that. It was look like that 560 is still weighing you down. Still weighing you down. So 560 level still holding you down. I'm short IWM futures. IWM. Oh yeah, we cracked it. IWM was what one? What was what's that level we looking at on IWM? What was it? Oh yeah, the 214.50. Yeah, 214.50. Okay, we started pulling back. Start pulling back. All the way possibly back down to 213 to possibly 212.50. So let's see. Let me set up 2 alerts as long as it keeps pulling back. So 213 is gonna be 1 for IWM, and then we're gonna do 212.50. All right, so we got 1 here, and then I still got 2. Oh, y'all still got 212 right here. Okay, so I still got 212 down here. So let me make another one just for the fun of it. 212.50. All right, and below, and below, and below, and boom, 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 and we are good to go. Wait, what the hell? 40, put no 49, I said 50. All right, great. There we go, cool. So let's see if my target's gonna go off on IWM on the downside. Still got my alert set for these bad boys. See if we're gonna pull right back down to that 212 level, because I still had this set for yesterday. So I just want to see if we're gonna still hit 212 if we get it. I know I called it out a little early. Shout out to you, little boy. Let me give you some love, boss man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for the ones who did make some movements yesterday. Shout out to low boy, Coldplay. Starting off. It's 2 o'clock, not even here yet. Shout out to y'all. Shout out. So we'll see. Amazon still pushing. Amazon is still pushing on up. Look like it's trying to. Where's Amazon trying to go exactly? 200, 200, 200, 200. Right, let's see. Take a look at this. Ah, shoot. Yep, look like 190 up to this 200 mark. So, I mean, look like you're catching this little bounce play. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Sean. Another man. Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend. Again, thanks to Sean Deckmore and the Tradecaster crew, man, that gave everybody like me a platform to help other traders, man. Thank you so much for believing in us, guy. Again, Deck. Shout out to you, boss. He said, this afternoon, I planned on making the biggest swing trade of the year. $15,000 holding for 3 days for Jerome Powell's speech. My game plan I set, and I am going over it all at 2 o'clock Eastern. So y'all be mindful of that. That Deck is trying to go for a setup. Biggest. I'm trying to remember what he was talking about earlier this morning.
Generous Greg says, put 100%.
Let me see. Let me take a look at SPY. Let me see how SPY's setup is looking anyway. Just make sure. Yeah, because we are hit. Well, let me see. Hold up. Right off this 5-year chart, we got we got 5 year.
Generous Greg says, I think we are hard reliant on cuts this month.
Oh, yearly, I gotta say. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, see, and I think so too. It's like we just on this uptrend though. It's like, I mean, the only thing I'm looking at though, Generous.
I think a huge fake out is amongst us.
I think before the pullback is gonna try to hit a certain level. I think before the pullback. What I mean by that is, Generous, I think it's gonna try to go for one more push up towards the upside.
Generous Greg says.
Yeah, because if you notice, Greg, look at this. I was showing people this since, I ain't gonna lie, since the beginning of the year. I was putting all the years together, right? So I had 2020, 2021, 2022, you know, all your years going on through. So
remember, Powell will make it push, but it's gonna be an instant breakdown.
And I agree. That's why I say I think we're gonna get that push first and then that pull. So if you look at this, right? So we got the year 2020 all the way to 2024, right? So okay, from 2020 to 2021, we went on a 2-year move up, right? We went on a 2-year climb. 2022, that's when we went on a 1-year drop. So thus, that made a cup, right? Because you went from 2020 to 2023. That was your cup. Because you remember, we kept getting rejected at 480. 480 was the breakout level we needed to get to 500, right? So even if I do this, let me use this real quick. I'm gonna utilize this because this was the breakout area we needed to get out to even get to 500 this year. So let's go back. Boom, 480, and then underneath 480 you had 460. So 460 was the price point that caused the handle. So we go back. Here you go. So if you look at it from here and I draw around it, you can clearly see a cup and handle breakout pattern. So if I go back and I take my marker, and you can see the cup, handle, boom, breakout. So right here, you got rejected first around 480. 480 was that main break point, main breakdown that caused that 22 drop. Boom, you fell. Then you recovered around the 350, 360 range. Boom, you went back on up. As soon as you went back on up, you ran into 460 first. 460, pull back, then you bounced, rebroke 460 up to 480, then went on that run and going from 2023, end of 2023, going into 2024. Thus, that puts you on a cup and handle pattern. So, what I'm trying to get at with this, because it seems like I'm talking a lot, but I'm going to tell you what I'm trying to get at with this. So, if you notice the red line, right, you notice the red trend line. So, you rotate it from the bottoms, from the tops, down to the green trend line, now rotating from the bottoms back up to the top. You're making a huge rotation from the tops to the bottoms, from the bottoms to the tops. So if Greg, if you agree with me, and Marty, if we was to get that full rotation back, let's just say for instance, back up to that red line, right? To that red line that we hit before, that means we will have to cross what? 600. So between 580 to 600, if we were to get that full rotation to touching that red trend line, we will have to get to 580 and we will have to get to 600 for us to touch that red trend line again. Correct? So that's what I'm thinking, that it's trying to do a full rotation back on up towards the upside. So after you caught that 2022 drop on down, rebound from 2023 into 2024, movement back on up. If we catch a full rotation back up to that red trend line, we're going to have to cross 180 and we're going to have to cross 600. So that's what I'm anticipating, that they're trying to push to a certain key level here as we're trying to go back this way. So either they're going to try to push all the way back up to this trend line, which again, we're going to have to cross 580. We're going to have to cross somewhere around 600. So that's what I'm trying to anticipate or figure out.